Some places are so terrifying they've been closed for years, and for good reason. I'm talking about entire cities, islands, and towns swallowed by disaster, war, and unspeakable horrors. Today, we're virtually stepping inside 7 of the most forbidden locations on Earth. From a city frozen by nuclear catastrophe to an island haunted by thousands of souls, each has a story more chilling than the last. I've tracked down rare footage so you can see what no one else is supposed to see, and trust me, you do not want to miss the last location. It's the creepiest of them all. Ready? Let's dive into the world's most forbidden places. First up, Pripyat, Ukraine, a city frozen in time by the Chernobyl disaster. In 1986, 50,000 people were evacuated overnight after a catastrophic nuclear explosion. Residents left with only essentials, expecting to return in days. They never did. Pripyat became a radioactive ghost town, sealed off and abandoned. Today the silence is haunting. School books lie open, toys are scattered, and the Ferris wheel stands unused, a monument to a future that never came. The city is still dangerously radioactive, some hotspots are lethal within hours. Scientists estimate it'll be 20,000 years before Pripyat is safe again. Nature is reclaiming the city, but the invisible poison lingers everywhere. Every object left behind tells a story of lives interrupted: a doll in the dirt, a decaying piano, a newspaper from April 1986. Pripyat isn't just abandoned, it's a graveyard of dreams and a warning to the world. The people were given 2 hours to pack, never knowing they'd become exiles. The amusement park, scheduled to open days after the disaster, was never used. The city is a chilling time capsule of the Soviet era. Even with protective gear, walking through Pripyat is surreal and unsettling. The radioactive particles have settled deep into the soil and buildings. It's a place where nature and disaster are locked in a silent battle. Pripyat stands as a stark reminder of how quickly everything can change. Next, we travel to Japan's Hashima Island, Gunkanjima, or Battleship Island. Once one of the world's most densely populated places, it's now a crumbling concrete maze. Developed by Mitsubishi in the late 1800s for coal mining, it became a self-contained city on a tiny rock. At its peak, over 5,000 people lived on just 16 acres. During World War II, forced laborers from Korea and China endured brutal, deadly conditions in the mines. Many died from exhaustion, malnutrition, or accidents. Escape was nearly impossible. When coal lost value, the mine closed in 1974. Residents were evacuated almost overnight. The island was abandoned to typhoons and the sea, its buildings left to decay. For decades, Hashima was strictly off-limits, unstable, dangerous, and haunted by its past. Personal belongings still sit inside apartments, frozen in time. Today, only a small section is open for limited tours, most remains forbidden. The concrete skeleton stands as a memorial to those who suffered and died there. Walking the island, you feel the weight of history and loss. The sea is slowly reclaiming the island, erasing its scars. Hashima is more than an abandoned site. It's a stark reminder of the human cost of progress. Its story is one of exploitation, tragedy, and silence. The ghosts of its past linger in every crumbling hallway. Now to Centralia, Pennsylvania, a town abandoned because of an unstoppable underground fire. In 1962, a landfill fire accidentally ignited coal seams beneath the town. The fire spread invisibly, consuming the ground below for years before anyone realized the danger. In 1981, a sinkhole nearly swallowed a boy, revealing the deadly threat. Toxic gases, collapsing ground, and extreme heat made Centralia uninhabitable. The government bought out residents and demolished most buildings. The town's zip code was revoked. Today, only a handful of people remain. Streets lead nowhere, and the famous graffiti highway is cracked and overgrown. The ground is still hot in places, and smoke vents from the earth. Experts say the fire could burn for another 250 years. Centralia is a modern ghost town, slowly consumed from below. It's a disaster in slow motion with no end in sight. The town's story is a warning about the dangers lurking beneath our feet. What began as a simple mistake became a catastrophe that erased a community. Centralia's ruins are a testament to nature's power and human error. The silence is broken only by the hiss of escaping gas. It's a place where the earth itself is forbidden. Centralia stands as a haunting reminder of what lies beneath. Next, Poveglia Island in Italy, often called the most haunted place on Earth. Forbidden to visit, even fishermen avoid its shores for fear of catching human bones. During the bubonic plague, Venice used Poveglia to quarantine the sick and dispose of the dead. Tens of thousands were sent here to die. The soil is said to be half human ash. Over 160,000 souls perished on this tiny island. In the 20th century, a psychiatric hospital was built, adding to its dark legend. Patients reported seeing ghosts and hearing screams, dismissed as madness. The hospital's director, rumored to perform cruel experiments, supposedly went mad and died mysteriously. After the hospital closed in 1968, the island was abandoned and sealed off. The decaying buildings and bell tower remain, shrouded in ivy and legend. Paranormal investigators report being pushed, scratched, and hearing voices begging them to leave. The bell is said to toll, though it was removed decades ago. Poveglia is more than abandoned, it's believed to be cursed, a prison for restless spirits. The Italian government forbids all access, preserving its secrets. The island's history is a nightmare of plague, suffering, and madness. It stands as a chilling monument to human tragedy. Poveglia's darkness is said to be eternal. Just off Manhattan lies North Brother Island, a forbidden place with a tragic past. Once home to Riverside Hospital, it quarantined New Yorkers with deadly diseases like smallpox and typhoid. Its most famous resident, Typhoid Mary, spent decades in isolation here. Thousands were sent to the island, cut off from the world. The hospital ruins are now swallowed by forest, their walls crumbling and roofs collapsed. In 1904, the General Slocum steamship disaster unfolded nearby. Over 1,000 died and bodies washed up on the island's shores. The morgue was overwhelmed and the grounds became a temporary graveyard. After Wudu, the island briefly housed war veterans and later became a failed rehab center. By the 1960s, it was abandoned for good. Today, it's a protected sanctuary, off-limits to the public both for wildlife and to preserve its haunted ruins. Nature has reclaimed the island, but its sorrowful history lingers. The hospital, morgue, and dormitories are hidden among the trees. North Brother Island is a forgotten chapter of New York's darkest days. Imagine a glamorous beach resort, once the playground of celebrities, now frozen in time and surrounded by barbed wire. This is Varosha, Cyprus, a Mediterranean paradise turned ghost town. In the early 1970s, Varosha was booming, filled with luxury hotels and bustling nightlife. But in 1974, war erupted. The Turkish army invaded and 40,000 residents and tourists fled overnight. They left everything behind, expecting to return in days. They never did. The Turkish military fenced off Varosha, declaring it a forbidden military zone. For nearly 50 years, the city has decayed in silence. Hotels and shops stand empty, cars and clothes frozen in 1974. Nature is reclaiming the city sea turtle's nest on deserted beaches. Weeds crack the pavement. The political situation keeps Varosha sealed off a bargaining chip in a decades-long stalemate. Some former residents live just meters away, unable to return home. Recently, a small section reopened to visitors, but most remains off-limits. To enter is to step into a city that died overnight. Varosha is a powerful symbol of how war can erase a community in an instant. Its empty streets echo with memories and loss. Our final stop, Hellish Hospital in East Sussex, England, the holy grail of abandoned asylums. Opened in 1903, it was a massive, self-contained village for the mentally ill. Despite its progressive design, Hellish became infamous for controversial treatments and suffering. Patients endured electroshock therapy and lobotomies, often with devastating results. The hospital's isolation meant its horrors stayed hidden for decades. As mental health care evolved, Hellish closed in 1994 and was left to decay. Urban explorers report disembodied screams, shadowy figures, and overwhelming dread. The morgue, with its body refrigerators and autopsy slab, became a focal point for ghost stories. Peeling paint, collapsed ceilings, and scattered patient files created a scene of post-apocalyptic horror. Most buildings have since been demolished, but the legacy remains. Hellish is a dark chapter in mental health history. Its ghosts, real and imagined, still haunt those who remember. From Pripyat's radioactive silence to Hellingly's haunted halls, these forbidden places are frozen moments of tragedy. They're powerful warnings about the consequences of disaster, war, and neglect. We've explored 7 of the world's most restricted, terrifying places: cities consumed by fire, islands haunted by plague, and resorts lost to conflict. Each is a stark reminder that everything can vanish in an instant. So if you could break the rules for one day, which of these places would you explore? Or are some secrets better left undisturbed? Let us know in the comments. And subscribe for more spine-chilling stories.